And Scorpio, this week is all about stepping into your truth. And it wouldn't be easy. The new moon in Libra on the 21st October signals a relation reset. And that's begging you to re-evaluate your connections. Are you giving more than you're receiving? It is time to balance those scales right now. And we have Mercury conjunct Mars on the 20th of October that will fire up your communication. But be cautious because your words have the power to ignite and cut deep as well. So use them wisely. Then on the 23rd of October, the sun moves into Scorpio, turning the spotlight on you and your deepest desire. So this shift will demand more from you emotionally, and you will be ready to claim what's truly yours. But here's the thing. You have been holding on so much for so long. And this week is forcing you to decide who deserves a place in your life and who needs to be let go. So there will be moments of tensions where your words may get heated, and the urge to protect your heart will be strong. And this week you will find clarity in what's worth fighting for and what you can, peacefully release as well. So let's start with the astrological context for this week. The new moon in Libra on 21st October that lights up your 7th house of partnerships. So Scorpio, this is your house of balance, relationship dynamics and reciprocity. Okay, so the new moon offers you the chance to reset your approach to the others, but especially in close partnerships. Are you feeling very overextended, putting others' needs above your own? So this is your cosmic invitation to rebalance the scales. The key question here now is, where have you been giving too much and not receiving enough? This is not just about romantic relationships that we're talking about. It is also about business partnerships and friendships, okay, and even family ties. So are the people in your life supporting your emotional well-being, or you have been put in too many directions? Pay attention to where your energy is being spent this week and consider where you might need to draw the line. So as we move into the sun's transit into Scorpio on 23rd October, your first house of identity and self-expression will be activated. The focus will shift to you, Scorpio. So while the new moon brought a new reset in your relationship, the sun entering Scorpio is about embracing your authenticity. So expect a strong need for privacy and a deeper desire to explore your own truth. So this week, you will feel the pressure to define yourself, no longer relying on the others to tell you who you are. So this is your time to stand firm in what you value. Your intuition is on point, so please trust that, okay? You'll be drawn to explore your hidden desires and parts of yourself that you have been kept under wraps for far, far too long. So then we have the Mercury's conjunction with Mars on the 20th of October, which brings a mental heat on the table. So this transit ignites urgent conversations, often pushing us into decisions that we have been avoiding. So you may find yourself speaking more sharply than usual, and that could lead to some friction in your personal interactions. So think of this like turning up the pressure in a conversation. Sometimes it leads to a breakthrough moment, but it can also get messy if you are not being careful. So the key to navigating this transit, right, is to pause before speaking, especially when your emotions are running high. Take a moment to breathe, to pause and think through what you want to say, all right? And now, Scorpio, let's dive into your relationships. So the new moon in Libra urges you to recalibrate your connection with the others. If you have been feeling drained or that things haven't been as balanced as they should, this is your cosmic chance to reset. This new moon invites you to examine where you have been people-pleasing, trying to keep the peace at the expense of your own needs. Have you been overextending yourself emotionally? And are you putting in more effort than the others are giving back? So you may be asking yourself, why have I been putting my emotional energy into someone who isn't giving me the same in return? So this week, Scorpio, it's time to reclaim your power and create the boundaries that honor your self-worth. You might find that certain relationships come into focus, especially those that have been unbalanced for quite some time or a while, okay? So with Mercury conjunct Mars on the 20th of October, communication is the key. But be mindful of the sharpness of your words. This aspect will give you the courage to speak your mind, but it also can trigger conflicts if you're not being careful. So think about these moments where you have been held back in conversations. So this is your chance to finally say what you need to say. But be strategic, okay? Don't speak out of anger. Speak from authenticity here. So your relationship this week are teaching you a valuable lessons about reciprocity. All right. So what you receive in love is just as important as what you give. And this week you'll be evaluating the give and take, okay, in your closest bonds. And are you loving from need or from a choice? So that's the key question for you this week. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need and be mindful of what the others are offering you in return. And okay, so right now, Scorpio, as we navigate through this week, we know that it's not going to be an easy week, and I hope that it's going to be. I mean, the things that we told you, I hope that you can think it through and register it and try to think before you speak as well. Okay, it's not going to be an easy week. That I know, but okay. So another thing is, if you need for a personalized reading, you can just DM me. I do tarot, I do numerology, and this is also like something like astro reading as well, astrological reading. So please don't hesitate. If you need a reading, you can DM me a one-on-one session. Okay, and this is Lee here, and this is my channel Insights by Lee. So if you have not been following me, please hit the subscribe button there so that you won't miss out my next my next content as well. So okay, let's carry on. So now, Scorpio, let's turn this focus into your career and purpose here. So with the Mercury Mars conjunction firing up your communication sector, you may feel like it's a need to assert your voice, okay, and push forward with projects that have been on the back burner here. So this is not the time to sit back and wait for the others to notice your potential. The energy is ripe here for taking bold actions in your career. However, there's an important balance to strike as well. While the urge to act swiftly and speak your truth is very strong, you must be mindful of where your energy is going. Okay, there is a tension this week between taking action and the need for strategic planning. So this is where the Sun in Scorpio comes in, asking you to dig deeper and examine what truly matters in your career goals. Are you moving in alignment with your soul's purpose, or are you just going through the motions because you feel like it's expected out of you? So we have the Sun square Pluto on the 24th October that brings a dose of power dynamics into your professional life. So this aspect, right, may stir up some friction here with the authority figures or bring in some intense conversations around the recognition and ambition as well. But instead of pushing for control, choose clarity here, okay, Scorpio. It's better for you to confront the truth of your situation rather than try to manipulate or dominate the whole situation. So if you have been feeling stuck, this is your opportunity here to take back your power through honest conversation and reassert your boundaries. And by 25th of October, we will have Mercury trine Saturn, offering a moment of grounded focus here. So if you have been procrastinating on some important projects or long-term goals here, the energy of this aspect will give you clarity and discipline, okay, to make it happen. So use this time to lock in commitments. So this is the excellent for finalizing contracts, setting up meetings, or even negotiating your worth as well. So a small tip, okay, this week is to speak up with intention, but also ensure that you are creating a solid foundation for your career that aligns with your main core values, okay? I would say don't rush, Scorpio. It's time for strategic action here that is being backed up by your own authenticity. Okay? And let's dive into emotional well-being and inner healing. So on a deeper level, right, Scorpio, this week is asking you to look at your emotional well-being and inner healing as well. So the new moon in Libra invites you to reset your emotional boundaries and even consider what is no longer serving you in your life. So, okay, are there old emotional patterns that you have been holding on out of habit? Okay, so this is your cosmic invitation to release them and embrace healthier way of relating yourself to the others. So Neptune's retrograde re-enter into Pisces on 22nd October adds a layer of spiritual reflection here to your emotional landscape. So this is a powerful time, I would say, for deepening your intuition and connecting with your higher self. So it's not just about practical action. It's about checking in with yourself, with your own inner truth here. So this week, you might experience moments of emotional vulnerability that allow you to heal your old wounds, particularly about trust and attachment. All right. So if you have been holding up into past disappointment or fears, Neptune's return to Pisces gives you the space to let go. So take a moment to check in with your body and your energy as well. Are you carrying any tensions? Use this week to release what no longer serves you. One simple way to do so is through the journaling. Okay, I would always teach this. So write down your emotions, the things that feel heavy, and the areas in your life where you feel stuck. Let those words flow and then release them. So it's time for you to trust yourself and let go of the old baggages. So remember, Scorpio, emotional healing doesn't always happen overnight. It's actually a long process, but it is really okay. Just take your time, all right? But by the end of this week, you will have a clearer sense of what needs to be healed within you, and you will definitely begin to take steps towards inner peace as well. So now, Scorpio, let's address the hard truth here. So with Mercury conjunct Mars, right, emotions are likely to run high this week. As we know, there may be moments where intense debates or sharp words can feel overwhelming. So there will be anger, frustration, and even conflict could arise in your close relationship. Okay, especially if there's any underlying power struggle as well. So remember, Scorpio, control is not power. It's the clarity and the truth that holds the true power. So avoid getting caught up in battles over ego. If something feels off this week, ask yourself, what's my real goal here? What's my real intention in this? So instead of fighting to win, consider what you can release for your own emotional freedom side, all right? So this week's challenge is learning to accept things as they are, even when they feel uncomfortable or even intense. So let go the need to control every single outcome and instead focus on understanding what is being reviewed in the process as well. And all right, now let's see. Now let's go to opportunities and timing windows, okay? So despite the whole intensity here, there are 3 key windows this week where energy shifts in your favor. So these are your power days to make moves, okay? So first we have 24th October, which is Mercury trine Jupiter. This is a green light for communication here. So if you have been hesitating to speak your mind, this day going to give you the courage and the optimism to share your truth. And the next one will be 25th October, Mercury trine Saturn, the perfect for any serious decision, okay, and commitments here. You will have the clarity and the focus to set plans into motions. So if you need to finalize some agreements or even negotiate something important, this is your day onwards, okay? So 26th October as well, we have Venus aligned with Neptune, a day for healing and restoration. So if you have been feeling disconnected from your heart's desire, this alignment helps you to reconnect back to your inner peace and reimagine your relationship with the others. Okay, Scorpio, this is a week of transformation. From relationships to personal boundaries, it's all about learning to stand in your authentic truth. So the universe is asking you to dig deep into what's real and what's ready to be released. So what will you choose? Okay, to hold on to the old or to embrace the new? Your path to freedom accepts by accepting the truth of what no longer serves you. Okay, I would believe that Scorpio, you will have the wisdom to have thought it out, and think through everything. So if you ever feel called to a deeper dive into your personal astrology, or unlock more insights through a tarot reading or numerology reading, you can DM me for a personalized reading. And don't forget to subscribe, okay, for any, updates or new content that can keep you alive with the stars, or more insights and clarity as well. Alright, Scorpio, and thank you for joining me this week. You've got this, okay, Scorpio. Now it's a time to trust yourself. Alright, Scorpio, take care, and I'll see you again next week. Have a great week.